Hello fam, this is Kofi Kyle. I haven't made a video in a long time. But I'm making a video today because yesterday was Easter, Ishtar. And if you don't know who Ishtar is, go look it up. I mean, you'll learn some things. Now, whether you agree with my videos or don't, no matter what religion you're part of, whether it be Muslim, Catholic, Ephod, no matter what religion, all priests and all preachers throughout all religions and conscience agree on one thing. And it wasn't John who wrote the book of Revelation, whether you disagree with me or not, that doesn't matter. But whoever wrote the book of Revelations went out their way to make sure the reader who's reading it know they was talking about Catholicism, the Catholic Church. The woman, the whore on the beast, Babylon. Universal, Catholicism. Cirque, church, where the name come from, the woman holding a cup of spells. So they made sure, that was for the blood, they made sure whoever read the book of Revelation, the 7 hills, read the color of the Catholic Church, that they went out their way, actually. They went out their way to know when you read the book of Revelation, you read about the Catholic Church. What did the Catholic Church do? The Catholic Church, Catholicism, Universal, led the world into what they call idol worship. According to Christians' language, they use the word idol worship. So if that's the case, then Ishtar, December the 25th, none of that didn't have jack diddly to do with nobody called Jesus Christ. None of it. Okay? So there was these things that came universally out of the Catholic Church to kind of make everybody feel warm and welcome and have all their traditions come together and do what they do. And you have to understand, it's not, we call holy now. It wasn't crap holy back then when they was doing it, when they was having orgies and things of that nature. Of course, Easter, the bunny rabbit, fertility, Ishtar, the egg. Now, I will say this, because this is the real reason why I came to do this video. That was just the introduction. The real reason why I'm doing this video is I'm really talking to the conscious community. We have to stop repeating things that we hear without validation. What do I mean by that? Well, for instance, I hear over and over again, Ishtar, and they kill babies and they colored their eggs red with blood. There's no evidence of none of that. There's no archaeology evidence of none of that. Now, there is, I'll take that block, okay, let me backtrack. There is evidence of children's sacrifice, but there is no evidence that they colored the eggs red with blood. That came from the Catholicism, colored the eggs red from the blood of Christ. It's still wrong. I still say it's demonic, just like drinking the blood and eating flesh is demonic. All right? But anyway, so we have to stop regurgitating things that we hear without solid evidence. Another thing we always repeat, the word pagan. People throw that word around too much. And I'm going to tell you why that's a bad thing. Now, I did videos in the past and I wrote in my book about the word grammar or grammar, the word grammar that deals with actually witchcraft. Because those words are used to make you feel and think or lead your thinking in a certain way. So by using grammar, you're pulling on that other person's mind or emotions, okay? So when we talk about grammar or words, pagan is one of those words we have to be careful when we use. I remember when I was still in church. I was actually pastoring at the time. And I started to learn things. I started to read books and I started to catch up on knowledge that was not taught to us about, how the original Egyptians, Kemetic, were Africans. The Hebrews, bottom line was black, Sumerian, they was black people. The Bible clearly made it known that the Hebrews were black. Okay, if you don't know the Hebrews were black, you haven't read the Bible, period. Because the Bible even goes out the way to let you know the Hebrews were black when you read it. So learning these things, and I remember we was talking about, the crossing from Egypt, the Nile River, and how Moses led on cross and God departed the water. And they made the sound of the Egyptians sound like they were evil people. And I thought about it. We preaching this crap, which is not true. There is no evidence of no Hebrew slavery in Kemet. That was all a lie. No evidence whatsoever. So as I'm thinking about this from a preacher mindset, they not thought about it. They got us preaching against our own ancestors by calling the Egyptians evil, idol, pagan worshipers, which is all false. Okay? Now, dealing with that, let's go back to the word pagan. When we talk about a lot of these traditions coming out of Sumerian, and we talk about Ishtar, and we talk about the evergreen tree and the winter solstice, we say, oh, that's pagan to put a Christmas tree in your house. Oh, that's, it's nothing pagan about putting it. Because first of all, when you say pagan, you're calling your ancestors pagan worshipers. You're black people, Sumerians, your people. So you have to be careful when we encourage it. When I really think about it, if somebody want to alter the winter solstice and put a Christmas tree, it's nothing pagan about it. Nothing whatsoever. Because looking at where the word pagan coming from, same thing with the word blasphemy. We Christians would throw that word blasphemous around. When you go back into the older manuscripts, the word blasphemy is nowhere to be found in the Bible. Well, they just made up the word. Bible's not a translation, it's a transliteration. They just made up the word and put Jew is a made-up word they threw in the Bible. Blasphemy is a made-up word in the book. It's not a translation, okay? It's not a translation. So they threw the word blasphemy in the Bible. And when you think about that, it's to lead your thoughts. Like the word pagan is to lead people's thoughts. Our ancestors were not pagans, okay? We need to stop regurgitating things that we hear and start doing an in-depth study. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't worship Ishtar. I don't worship the winter solstice, okay? I don't worship those things. But I think if somebody put an evergreen tree in their house, they're not going to hell, okay? If you believe in hell. If they go trick-or-treating, nobody's honoring the white man by gathering up eggs. I don't believe in doing all that. I don't believe in putting up a Christmas tree. I don't believe in going Easter egg hunting because I know all that crap, where all that crap really comes from, okay? I got, I study, I read. I got enough common sense not to be scared of a book and read, okay? But at the same time, it's not for me to call people pagans who doing it, knowing that the origins, where they really come from. But anyway, that's just the video. Peace, shalom, hotep, fam. Have a good one.